So what the United States is doing today is nothing different from what has been done to it a few hundred years ago. I think I appreciate what Bob Ross Cannon is stating that it's the United States' primary objective to be supremacy in a lot of areas, particularly in technology areas. At one time, United Kingdom was exactly like that. Boycott technology transfer to the United States. United States was at the receiving end of this kind of decoupling going on. We're speaking of the textile industries in the 19th centuries, things like that. However, I also want to point out that all the measures that taken by the United Kingdom with respect to the United States failed miserably. Technology developed tremendously in the United States in the subsequent centuries. So I can understand what Washington is coming from, but I doubt very much the usefulness of this kind of a strategy. I think competition between the two states may not be a bad idea at all, actually. And if it was imposed upon us, let's just take it. It's just serving as a driving force for China to develop its own indigenous technologies, just as the United States did in the textile industries areas, 200 years ago. So I think, in the end, it may not be bad for both countries. So I think, we don't have to be, worrying too much about this decoupling going on. And Katie, you mentioned that mutual benefits. I think from Washington's perspective, it's not gain of trade between the two countries that they're talking about. Certainly, trade produces gains for both countries, that's for sure. But this is a short-term thing. There's even a debate about whether American companies' success in China, which happens to be very true, actually. You have hundreds of companies in the United States operating in China. It's been very successful. Starbucks operates more stores here in China than in the United States. Even the fact that American companies have been extremely successful in China is not fitting the interests of the national. It's not fitting the national interests of the United States. It's just the view held by many politicians. If people in Washington hold this kind of a view, there's nothing you can do anything about it. I mean, it's the short-term trade gains from the two sides. As a matter of fact, trade between the United States and China is very complementary, but it doesn't matter anymore. They have this very sort of, very twisted view, in my view, about the future. So the short-term gains from trade, nothing pales in comparison. So, we're in this kind of a political environment. It's unilaterally imposed upon us by Washington, and there's nothing you can do anything about it. So that's it. We do our own thing. We develop our own technologies. We try to grow on our own, and yeah.